Hey, babe, before you sit down, I'm sorry, sorry. Uh, do I have a pair of glasses? Oh, I got it. Thank you. Hi, Tyrone. How you doing? I tell you what, I'm just going to tell you, Tyrone, okay? Oh, never mind. Carlos is here. Young SC is here. Elijah, DB. I'm sorry, Tyrone. What I told you, Tyrone, you keep it to yourself, okay? Shh. You were the first one. Nobody heard what I told you, okay? I didn't tell you anything, so that's why they didn't hear. What do you say, Tyrone? Come on, come on, Tyrone. I'll give you $5, man. What do you say? What do you say? We split that, Tyrone. Okay. Oh, poor Tyrone. Did he leave? Are you still there, Tyrone? Tyrone was the very first one that showed up, and I gave Tyrone all of our information. Didn't I, Tyrone? Tyrone, they're going to call you like crazy. Oh, they don't know your number, do they? You lucky. Okay. They're going to send you a PM, a personal. Oh, no, they can't do that here, can they? Greetings to all of you. One Wild Rose, Jiggy, Sam Pop. Oh, that's so cute. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that person. D. Lampley, Eric Hayes, DB. I heard you say something, a little something there. DB says. Michael Thomas, S. Roses, Jonathan Hill, Sam Lack, Carla Huffman, and Brian Pierce, and Tiny Tinker. Tiny Tinkerbell. I like that. Tyrone, you certainly did. I'm so blessed. Yeah, right. But Tyrone, hush, hush. You don't tell nobody the date I gave you, okay? Shh, shh, hush, hush. Oh, man, poor Tyrone. Tyrone, stop. What do you say? What do you say? Hurry up. Dana Green says, "You better say hi to me, Frank." Okay, Dana. Who is it? Dana. It's a Dana Green. You better say hi to me. Brother Lincoln. I love that name, Brother Lincoln. Dinar still exchanging? I gave up 6 months ago. First video back. Well, brother, welcome back. Kathy, Rob, all of you, welcome. Agatha. Family, you guys remember Beethoven? She used to sign in as Beethoven. She's a dear friend of ours from Hawaii. We met her 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. Yeah. We went to an Air Force base with her because her husband that passed away was a veteran. And anyways, her name is Adrian. Adrian. She sold her house about 3 weeks ago, and she was going to move into a smaller condominium. But she got sick. No, we don't know if it was COVID, but she called us and she told us she loved us. She was going to go seek help. We didn't hear from her for 2 weeks. So, as much as we didn't want to, we went to the obituaries of the Honolulu News. Yeah, she passed away. Time goes by so fast. 3, 2, 1, go. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. It's good to be with you. It is the fourth, yeah, the 4th of August. Wow, 2021. Time goes by. I decided to gather with you tonight because I'd like to share some more information. If you were with us on Monday, before we get this starting, we give all honor and glory to our Heavenly Father, to Jesus, to the Holy Spirit. You got that, Biden? And there is absolutely nothing on this planet Earth that would ever cause me to deny Jesus Christ. You got that, Biden? My body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. You got that, Biden? Good. Because if you dare to force me to take a vaccine that I know scientific proof shows that over 10, almost 12,000 people have already died because this vaccine is dangerous. You try to force this body, this temple where the Holy Spirit lives, you try to force that onto my body. Biden, we got a problem, you and I. You will not defy my religious beliefs, nor the temple that is my body that worships God. You got that, Biden? Good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk to you about the Iraqi dinar investment. If you were with us on Monday, and before we start for the fourth time, everything that I say to you tonight is strictly in my opinion. Strictly in my opinion. Okay? Okay. And by the way, what did I tell you on Monday? Let's put it this way. We had about almost 1,800 people on Monday, and as soon as we started praying, we lost, I don't know, like 600 people. And the 1,200 of you that were still left, what's your keyword? What's your keyword? That's amazing. There's only 387 right now. I feel bad for those that aren't going to be here tonight. What's your keyword? Way to go, Tiny. I'm so proud of you, girl. I hope that, yeah, it's got to be a girl. Let's see. Yeah, that's who I see that said it, Tiny. Who else said it? Here we go. Claire, Carlos, Dr. Berner, Stephanie. Yeah, unified currency. And we explained to you that it's the GCC that wants them to become a member of them. You know, kind of like what the WTO is doing. Well, we're the GCC. We need help. We're running out of oil. We can use your oil. And we know you're a cash cow. Look here, join us and we'll just have one currency. Okay? And what did we say? No. Kazemi and the CBI said what? No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. You know why? Because the GCC has been trying to do this for about 15, 20 years. Yeah, the Bible knows what it's talking about, especially concerning the Middle East. I mean, everything. How lucky was the Bible that that they hit exactly when Israel was going to become a nation again. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But the GCC, they jump on the bandwagon. Everybody wants to take Iraq to the prom. She's so pretty. Everybody wants to kiss her. But there's only really one right now that can take her to the prom. Yeah, the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. And that's exactly what he did 4.5 years ago. As soon as he was made president on that inaugural night while he was eating his steak and potatoes and green beans, he said, come here, come here. Make it so. And within hours, there was a plane that took off straight to Iraq. In fact, with his son-in-law and what did they do? You don't know, do you? Yeah. And then it was last year where President Trump was on television being interviewed by one of those communist networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, SNBC, whatever channel it was, and they brought up the Iraqi dinar. They were talking about the American dollar. You can Google it if you can find the right keywords. And but all of you saw it. You know, we showed it to you. And President Trump answered the question: our foreign reserves. You want to know how many dinars, Iraqi dinars, are in our foreign reserves? Oh, about 38. And then he answered the question, and we told you what he said. We showed it to you. Remember? Okay. So Biden, why are you spending money like why are you spending money like you got trillions of dollars? But it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. And you know that too, Biden. You got screwed over. Don't you think that Trump saw that you were going to steal the elections? So, anyways, back to what we were saying. The GCC, the WTO, everybody, China, everybody wants Iraq to be a part of them. But they're only a part of the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. They still follow his policies in the Middle East to the letter. Hold on a second. What? Let me dot that I. I got it. Hold on a second. What? Cross that T. Got it. Yeah. Israel, how you doing? I know you are. I miss Netanyahu. But you guys are doing pretty good. Saudi, what's up? No, I don't want to talk about the GCC. I want to talk about the dinar. Good. I'm glad you're happy too. Because to the GCC, once again, let it be said to them that a unified currency, not necessarily a Middle Eastern currency, but more like that's what it would be, but a unified currency would have a unified exchange rate. Yeah. Well, that's not the goal. What you talking about, Frank? The Iraqi dinar wants to unpeg from the American dollar. And the fact that the American dollar is tanking, oh, it's so easy not to unpeg it. We got a date. I know, but why don't we do it before the date? It's okay with me. The American dollar sucks. Biden sucks. America's power sucks. Everybody's unpegging from the American dollar. So the Iraqi dinar maybe encouraged to do the same. And the GCC sees that and they say, hey, you want to come with us? No. You're leaving the American dollar? No, we're not really leaving it. We're just going to unpeg from it. But we'll still be on par. In fact, actually, we're going to go past it. And then we're going to go into the international theater and the rate's going to go up. So why in the dickens, Charles, would I want to be unified with one currency, with one exchange rate, when I want my exchange rate to climb? You know, to like maybe what it used to be, 322, 386 is better, said the Minister of Planning and the Minister of Financing 8 years ago. But we said, no, that ain't right. So they said, why don't you add 20% to it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I fancy a little over 4. Let's see what happens. But join you, GCC, and have one rate for one currency? That's not our goal. No. No, thank you. I like things in threes, but I've learned that God really, really loves things in sevens. Let's talk about 7 things tonight. You want to? That was number 1. Salud. Number 2. Somebody said to me, "What do you, Frank? What? I got to get on the air. What do you mean that the new exchange rate is wrapped up in 1 minute?" What? Is this you, Charles? What the dickens are you talking about again? What? Yeah, you Yubi-Tubi. It says the new exchange rate is in the minute of the white papers. It doesn't say minutes. You knucklehead. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the title of our UB2B tonight is the new exchange rate is in the minutia of the white papers. You understand? So, topic number 2 for tonight. Walking Stick and I want you to know that they're once again talking about the exchange rate. Eddie, I'll read it to you tonight, wants you to know they're talking about the exchange rate. Um, and who are the two? Who are the only two that we pay attention to? Who? I mean, besides Guy. But who are the two in Iraq that we pay attention to? Tell me. Who are the two? The only two? Because this is important later on when we get to point number 4, I think it is. Who are the two? Thank you, Claire. Thank you, TR Kinky? Is that what that says? Kinky?
Tiny, maybe. TRK Tiny.
Oh my goodness, you guys are making me laugh today. Yeah, I see all of you. Thank you, Pennies, Marks, Michael, Tortuga, Susie, all of you. Yeah, the only two that we pay attention to is the CBI and Kazemi. And ladies and gentlemen, both of them, mainly Kazemi, he's taking the lead. Kazemi is talking all over the place, and it started on Monday. Monday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 3 days already. Actually, they were doing this last week. You see the articles that we get, that we put in the final article thread, they don't give you everything. I don't know why either. I don't know why. It's all good news. Maybe for speculation purposes. I don't know. But number 2, it's important that you understand that the white papers is also a big topic with Kazemi and even Galay, Mustafa from the CBI. But Kazemi, wait till you see what I'll show you today. He came out the day before yesterday, and today, and just pounding the stick. He's actually calling this. All of you, listen to me. Pay attention to me. Don't pay attention to those other fools that lie to you. We have security and stability. Yes, we still have all of these, rockets that come in and everything, but we're different. Now, I want to tell you something, and that's what I'm going to share with you tonight. You see, he's pushing the white papers. He's pushing it to the citizens. He's selling it to the citizens. I told you we was going to have our reform. I told you was going to have this. I told you that. Well, guess what? Since I came back from D.C., woo! So number 2, it's important that I get this point across to you, that the rate is wrapped up in the minutia of the implementation of the white papers and of both the reforms, the monetary reform and the economic reform, right now. Now, if you don't know what the word minutia means, here, hold on, let's see if we can define minutia. Oh, jeez Louise. Hold on a second. This phone is turned off so that the phone doesn't scare me. Hold on. Define minutia.
Minutia means the small, precise, or trivial details of something.
So, thank you, Sirius. The small, precise details about something. Ladies and gentlemen, Walking Stick and I want you to know very, very well that the rate, the new exchange rate, is wrapped up in the minutia of the implementations of the white papers and of both of the reforms, the economic and the monetary reform, right now. You see, they can't say directly to you, this is the new exchange rate. But they don't have to. Every action that is being taken by these two is a reflection of both of the reforms. And both of the reforms are defined. All the specifics, all the minutiae, the details, to the smallest dot dotted to the biggest T crossed. Every detail is in the white papers, and so is the new exchange rate. The monetary reform has to be wrapped up in the economic reform. Many articles are already proving it day after day after day. What we told you. You can't have the economic reform without the monetary reform first. The investors like that. Article 8. Article 8 likes that. The Iraqi citizens like that because they're going to get jobs because of their economic explosion, because of the monetary reform. The monetary reform has to be wrapped up in the economic reform. And that's why Kazemi is talking about both reforms and promising to the citizens that's coming. And he's told them everything. Well, I'll tell you later on. Okay? Okay. How about number 3? You're going to hear what I'm about to tell you from Eddie's report, but you can also read it because, by George, it was not yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday. It's one of those rare times that the article actually comes out before we tell you. This article that came out 2 days ago, again, our KTFA family did not talk about it. I believe that Petra and Eminem did talk about it on Monday night, just briefly. So, number 3. When they introduce the new exchange rate and when they introduce the new small category notes, they are preparing the money exchangers, especially the ones at the borders in Iraq, to do away with the black market. To do away with the black market. To do away with the profiteering. Basically, to do away with Iran. You see, Iran can no longer steal from the CBI in the auctions. That's fantastic. What a dream come true. And they also now run to the borders. And you know what happened last month, remember? They said, no, this is your exchange rate. The CBI comes out and they said, no, what you money exchangers are doing in the streets, you stop that right now. We're going to take your license away from you. We're going to kick your butt. And it was cleaned up right away. Because they can't steal from the auctions anymore. So they go to the borders where the money exchangers are at. And the money exchangers, what did I tell you? Who owns the money exchangers? Who owns them? The far left. Yeah, who owns the money exchangers in Iraq? Iran. Every money exchanger is literally sponsored by a parliamentary agent. And they tell them what to do with the exchange rate. They tell them what to do with the money that's coming into Iraq and how to steal it. But, number 3, the CBI has now told these money exchangers that are left and remaining that have survived. Because the CBI put its foot down. The IMF put its foot down. They got rid of a lot of them. And they're getting rid of the black market influence. They're getting rid of the profiteering by Iraq, by these money exchangers, by these bad money exchangers, these evil people. What they're doing is that they're sending to these money exchangers at the border, they said, use the mechanism we gave you. You go read it, okay? You go read it. But the equipment that they sent them is going to prevent all of this stuff. It's going to help to eliminate the profiteering that hurts the CBI's monetary reform plans on the new exchange rate. work on it. I love what I'm seeing. There's so much authority, so much sovereignty, so much control, so much security, so much stability, so much value. Oh, excuse me. Coming. Soon we'll see that. Number 4. Hold on. Walking Stick and I want you to know that in these meetings with the IMF and the CBI that have been powerful literally day after day after day after day, and have brought in other powerful entities, not only from Iraq, but from around the world, especially since they came back from Washington, D.C. Walking Stick and I want you to know that the new exchange rate, that the new reserves, that the new oil reserves, it's all in the white papers. And I'm sure you've seen some of the articles that have told you, well, we're making adjustments. Here we go again. But you don't understand why. It was a good adjustment. We told you about it. But Walking Stick and I want you to know that the new exchange rate that was recalculated in the RV process. We're now in the RI process. The new exchange rate and all of these revenues that have come in, these calculations are all in the white papers. And these things that I just told you, they're being adjusted. They're being put in into the 5-year project that they have established. And it's also being put into the new oil law. Okay? You see, family, I told you the white papers. I told you the budget has the new exchange rate, in my opinion. And I've told you so many times also that the budget has the HCL. So what you're reading right now about adjusting, don't get upset about it. They're putting in all of the new calculations that they have approved. They're speeding things up even faster based on what Biden's doing to the American dollar. The new exchange rate is in the budget. It is in the white papers. Even though it's, in my opinion, it's coming. This is the HCL family. Why do you think Kurdistan is so happy? Why do you think Kurdistan keeps coming to Baghdad? The new exchange rate is already in the white papers. You see, this law, Kurdistan wants it for their citizens. Baghdad wants it for their citizens. And that's why you read so many articles that were telling you that, hey, the government, Kazemi came out just a few days ago and told the citizens, we got our own oil, baby. We got our own oil. We is our own oil company. All these oil companies, they're mine. They're mine. They answer to me now. They pay me more than what they were paying us. Yeah. And all their equipment, it's mine. All their property, it's mine. Yeah. We're in control. We now have our own national oil company because of the oil law of our nation. Within that law, family, that you're soon to see, in my opinion, within that law are the line items. The last time I gave you line items, it was 9 of them. I remember the very first time I gave you line items, I think it was 11 of them. And these are all the things that they have been doing for the economic reform, not the monetary reform, but the economic reform. All these line items that I've given you in the past, well, that's what this is all about. One of the line items I gave you was the HCL, right? And within that HCL law of distribution, of the oil that now belongs to Iraq, that belongs to the citizens, well, of course you're going to get a percentage of it. Didn't you see that we passed a law that we're, and none of you caught that? Why didn't the other gurus catch that? Why didn't the other gurus say, well, if they're going to become their own oil nation, their own oil company, their own oil whatever entity, well then, son of a gun. Oh dear God, I just lost my train of thought. Within that law, within these line items, the distribution of oil proceeds. This will be for the Iraqi citizens. This is their HCL. That's why you see that Kurdistan is so happy and working with Kazemi and constantly coming to Baghdad. Oh dear God, there's so much in my head, family. I was making a point and I lost my train of thought. But anyways, all these line items that we've given you in the past months, that's what they've been doing in these meetings. And one of them was the HCL. And the HCL is in the white papers. It's in the budget. And the new exchange rate is in the white papers. It's in the budget. And these citizens of Iraq are now going to be receiving not only a new exchange rate, more purchasing power, but they're also going to get their percentage of the HCL, what belongs to them. That's the hydrocarbon law. There are 4 parts to the HCL. The companies that came into Iraq that Kazemi now owns, they have to pay a certain percentage of their profits to the government of Iraq. It's higher now. Way to go, Kazemi. Number 2, the oil refineries in Iraq also get a percentage of the oil that comes out of the ground. The government gets a percentage, and then the citizens get a percentage. This 4-prong triton, well, that wouldn't be a triton, would it? This 4-headed pitchfork is covering a lot. A lot. And it's all laid out in the white papers in their 5-year economic plan that they want. I'm trying to hurry up, family. Hang in there. The new exchange rate is already in the white papers. The line items distributed. Boy, what was the point that I was going to make? It was so good, too, about that. Well, if we have the HCL, what was I going to say? I'm sorry. So that was point number 4 for tonight. Let us go to point number 5. You have your keyword, and your keyword is what? Once again, what was it? I forgot. Oh dear. Unified currency. Now, as soon as you see that, because it's already out. Yeah, it's already out, not only on their television, and it's out in their newspapers, the way they communicate with them. It's already out. We're surprised it's not in the articles yet, but it will be. We want you to notice that tonight when I read you Eddie's report, half of the things I'm going to read to you from Eddie's report, they're not in articles yet. And like I said earlier, we don't know why. It might be to reduce speculation, but Walking Stick and I and KTFA, as of Monday, today, once again, you are ahead of the curve. Do you understand? I mean, the things I told you on Monday, did you see anybody on the internet talk about it? No. They will after tonight, because more than likely, by Friday or Saturday, all these articles will be starting to come out. You're ahead of the curve, okay? Once again, number 5. Number 6. There is the articles that are coming out that you need to avoid. Well, that's why I tell you, do you belong to our forum? KTF always.com. Do you belong to that forum? Good. Now get in there and go to the thread. You can just scroll down, look for the thread that says final article thread. Do you realize that that thread is priceless? There's no money value that I can put on that thread. The information that's in there, the way we put that thing together, step by step, article by article, it is a progression. When did it start, by the way? On the 16th. Well, when did it start? On the night that President Trump said, son-in-law, come here. Make it so. And if you go back and look at the very, very, very first article that we posted into our final article thread, you're going to see that it was the night of their inaugural ball. We know who to pay attention to, and we know who to avoid. So I tell you, please, be careful of the articles that are coming out or going to come out. Parliament, once again, is lying. Parliament, just like the Democrats of the United States of America, will say one thing and then turn around and say, no, I didn't say that. Defund the police. And what are they saying now? I never said that. You hypocrite, viper, liar. To talk to you is just sickening. Get away from my face. So you got these it's the same thing. They're politicians. The same evil. And by the way, there's evil politicians on both sides. Not only the Democrats, but the Republicans as well, too. Use the Holy Spirit. Use the Holy Spirit to know who to trust. Anyways, these politicians from Parliament, these Iranian jerks, they're now coming out and saying, oh yeah, we've always wanted the value to go up. Oh yeah, the exchange rate is going to go up. Oh yeah, would you like it to go up, citizens of Iraq? Oh yeah, that's been the plan. I never said it was not going to happen. No, what? I said 5 years from now? I never said that. For the rest of the year? Never. And it just makes me want to vomit. Because it's nothing more but the echo of my government right now. Denying the truth. Just so that they can gain power. Like what's his name? Kakamo? Or what's his name? Kukumo? Seriously, what is his name? The guy from New York. What is it?
Kumo.
Kumo. Oh, I'm sorry, Kumo. Whatever. I don't pay attention to these fools. Kumo. The what do you call it? The attorney, the district attorney. Is that what it is? The DA? Yeah. Attorney General. Thank you, Tinkerbell. The Attorney General comes out. I mean, I wouldn't mess with that woman. Holy God. Yes, ma'am. What? Kumo he's guilty? Okay. Whatever you say, ma'am. And a lot of people called me and they said, well, she's a Democrat. Can you believe it? She's standing up. Wow, she's helping us. No, she's not. She don't give a crap about you. She wants the position of governorship in New York. She's a Democrat. She wants to be in the position where Kakamo is at. And she's not doing anything to help you or Republicans or any human being. She's blackballing the guy with everything. You could have done this a long time ago. In fact, she didn't even do it. It was Kumo, Kokomo, Kakamo, whatever his name is. He's the one that called for this investigation. Big mistake. No. Politicians only want to kill the opposition and certainly not pay attention to the citizens. Are you crazy? No. The peons are not important. No, I need to kill the opposition that's against me in this government in order for me to stand with the power that I want that gives me all the money in the world. Yeah. What's her name, by the way? I forget. Let's just call her Miss Big Black Lady. I'm serious. I respect her, man. I had no problems, man, whatever you say. And I mean that. She's a big woman, and she's also pretty smart. Sadly, she's a Democrat. Well, but maybe she's maybe she is a Democrat. What did I tell you, family? What did I tell you when this whole thing started in January of last year? So, family, watch. Just watch. The Democratic Party, as we know it right now, it's going to metamorphosize and change into a completely different party. Because they will commit within themselves phagocytosis. One guy called me up. He said, "How dare you, man? You shouldn't be talking about the homosexuals that way." I said, "What in the world are you talking about? You said that they were all phagocytes, something or another." I said, "Phagocytosis. Define phagocytosis."
Phagocytosis means the ingestion of bacteria or other material by phagocytes and amoeboid protozoans.
Which basically means that a cell implodes and kills itself. Yeah. There's these little things in our cells called lysosomes. And if the cell is starting to go bad, like with cancer, the lysosome explodes in the cell, and it literally just destroys a cell from within out. And within and outward, we're seeing that the Democrats are turning against each other right now. The truth of the matter is that they don't care what Giacomo did. They don't care. Shoot. You raped a woman? Okay. They don't care. Yes, they don't care. And our fake media, along with the Democrats, they're not going to tell you anything about this guy. He's going to survive this. He's going to survive it. They just lie. They just flat out lie. Today, the New York Times came out. I couldn't believe it. They had a picture of you know, what's that guy's name? Man, I can't even think of not Ben Laden, but the first one that we assassinated. Obama, Hussein, was it?
Saddam?
Saddam, no, not Saddam Hussein. Golly, the guy in Afghanistan. What, Jen?
Baghdadi?
Yeah, no, that Baghdadi was one of the other guys. What is wrong with me tonight? What family? What's the guy that Bin Laden? Bin Laden. Thank you, Susie. Osama Bin Laden. Thank you, Joe. I think I'm just tired, family. The New York Times came out and had a picture on the front page of Osama bin Laden sitting there, very nice pose, with his gun and sitting there, on some pillow with a nice little smile. And they said, the caption read, Osama bin Laden was a great family man. Excuse me? He was a great family man? He was a pig! Our soldiers that assassinated this man, our soldiers told you very clearly, New York Times, he took his wives and he put them in front of the bullets that were trying to kill him. A great family man? Ladies and gentlemen of the United States of America, our country is being taken over by lies. And who is the author of lies? Our government serves Satan right now. Pray for our government. And pray for the Republicans too, because they can be just as stupid and just as nasty. I don't like politics. It sucks. It's horrible. So Parliament, like I said, number 6, Parliament is coming out, and you'll see the articles where they're saying, no, a flat out lie. You know why they're doing this now, supporting the exchange rate? In fact, they've been talking about it for about 6 days now. I'll give you the report. You know why they're talking about it now again? Why the word exchange rate is back into the articles inside of Iraq? You know why? Because these politicians are running for re-election. That's when you lie about everything, just to get the vote from the peon. New York Times, shame on you and everything that you do. Number 7 is Eddie's report. So let's get you Eddie's report and let's get out of here, okay? I pray that you picked up on the things that I said to you tonight, family. These items, these 6 items that I've just given you right now, you won't find them anywhere else. And I'm not bragging. All I'm doing is telling you that you need to pay attention to this. Take our stuff to the other sites. They steal it. Take it to the other sites. Tell them to start looking and studying this. They got to understand. All right, now what I'm going to do is take you back. Let's go back. I was with you Monday, but late Monday night, which is their morning, he starts sending me information. Here we go. Monday, 1:41 a.m. in the morning. Hey, Frank, we just sent last to Eddie, the last file, to Eddie. He says that the television says that it's a plan. Because I asked him, what does Kazemi mean about 5 years? He says that it's a plan which will take 5 years, and that is what they are telling them on television. He says he's watching close for any changes whatsoever. Thank you for the update. And yes, the white papers, well, hold on a second because he talked about it earlier. Here we go. I scrolled up. So this is actually Monday at 11:21 in the evening. Kazemi's on television launching the economic reforms within the white papers. We are surprised, Mr. Frank. He brings the subject up saying Iraq economy has been hit hard and it's time for the effects of the white papers to take place to affect the economy of Iraq. He says to us, implementation of the administrative and executive mechanisms for the economic reform within the white papers, saying that this is the 5-year total plan. So Kazemi comes out and he tells the Iraqi citizens, guys, listen to me. Everything we promised you, it's coming. And it's inside of the white papers. Yeah, the economic reform. Yes, the monetary reform. It's in the white papers. And we've spread it out over a 5-year period to do it. It's in 3 steps over 5 years. Everything we promised you is in there. So then I say to him the following. Once again, Eddie, they are trying to tell you that your monetary reform, Tink, Charlie 1. Tink. Once again, Eddie, they are trying to tell you that your monetary reform is calculated in the white papers and it has been well studied for 5 years and is ready to come out. Indeed, here, real quick. Indeed, your economy has been hit hard and your country has been devastated, and there is no solution for that at a program rate, is there, Eddie? That is why the IMF and the World Bank and the WTO and the GCC and the United States Treasury are all heavily involved in the new mechanism for your exchange rate. Congratulations, my friend. Monday, I told you the one that came in at 1:41 in the morning. Eddie says that he's on TV right now because he's talking about the plan, which will take 5 years, which is what they're saying on TV. He says he's watching very close for any other changes. Hold on, family. For any other changes. To which I say to him, okay, thank you. Thank you for the update. And yes, Eddie, the white papers are funded for a 5-year project. It is in 3 steps. Now, stop and think. Do you think that you will stay at a program rate for the next 5 years? My dear friend, Kazemi is trying to talk, and the CBI will also talk soon. And my contact says, copy, sending over to him. I told him to hold on. It's close. It's close. Tomorrow is a big meeting with the CBI and the IMF, which was yesterday. I said, yeah, yes, Neil. Yeah, that is the meeting that I'm waiting to hear the notes from with Walking Stick. And my contact says, yeah, awesome. It all looks very good. The only negativity are the individuals that are counting on this to pay their bills. They are frustrated, and I can understand that because they've been waiting for so many years, just like Eddie. Let's see what happens. He says, hopefully this will be the key. Thanks. We'll send this, whatever he sends, I'll send to you later. And here we go. Now we're in the evening, Monday, 9:28 in the evening. You're following the chronology. Are you following this? Am I boring you? If I'm boring you, tell me. I'll go away. Nah, I'm playing. So, here we go. I mean, not only Monday, Tuesday, and today, he was, rapid firing because they're talking to them a lot. Wait till you'll see. TV is showing that the actual implementation of the reforms has begun. And you're right, Mr. Frank. He's talking about 3 parts. He says nothing about the exchange rate. And just 3 things, not related to the rate. I told him, hold on, it's coming. This is just the first part. That's Neil talking to me. And I said, see if you can get the definition of the 3 parts. I know about the 5 years, but not the 3 parts. I believe that I believe that the 3 parts are of the white paper calculations for the next 5 years. I know what their plans are for the 5, but I'd like to know more about the 3 parts. Copy, I will ask him, but he's not happy. He's not happy as usual, but I will try to find out the 3 things. Thanks, I'll send it to him. You have to understand, all that he wants is what you want, the rate. Right there on the top part. Yeah, well, he's not happy, but okay. Because he's listening to Kazemi. And he's listening, and he's listening, and he's listening, and he's watching. He's excited. Okay, white paper. Okay, this is great. Okay, economic. Okay, Monty. Okay, great. But when is all they want to know. So then he says, this is the report, Mr. Frank, that he is saying to us. Achieving economic reform, correcting structural imbalances in the Iraqi economy, and reducing dependence on the oil revenues by making the economy able to create jobs, and sustainable developments that will positively reflect on the Iraqis. Those are the 3 things that Kazemi said were that these reforms are doing. This being announced on TV. Being announced on TV right now. And I said, okay, copy, thank you. He's going to send more because he's talking more. Well, he didn't. But then all of a sudden, this morning, or excuse me, yesterday, we're still with yesterday, he sends me and he says, the news, the TV news, already has the CBI on it. Could you see the time? This was yesterday at 7:36. The news, the TV, already has the CBI on it. And the CBI is calling on the exchange companies to own an electronic system. This is a mechanism, they said, that they give them. It will give them access to the international systems. Are you listening? It will give them access to the internet. What for? What for? You're program right? Oh, you're not. Okay. It will give them access to the international systems, which will allow them to know the bandit person and the companies due to money laundering. This is big news today. CBI telling all the exchange centers to be able to have technology to detect the corrupt. Also, we wait for the meeting, the news of the IMF and the CBI. We still waiting, Mr. Frank, on that. But the CBI is on television news today, Channel 1, about this and of the exchange companies. We are now listening carefully. Yesterday, I responded, and anyways, so here I'm about to respond, and no, it's not that one. So I say to him, "Wow, yeah," because in all honesty, I mean, I didn't know until he told me. I said, "Wow, all right, wow, this is very exciting." Okay, this is very exciting to hear because, like I told you, Eddie, like I told you yesterday, the CBI and the IMF were done with their meeting and they're ready to talk to you. And Kazemi is also ready to talk to you about the white papers. So much information is about to be poured out in your direction, Eddie. Please, please keep us up to date. And I say to him, these Iraqi exchange companies are being prepared with the international technology mechanism because your currency is about to leave your borders and grow at an international level, my friend. And he says, hey, you know what? But that makes sense. You know what? No, that makes perfect sense. Oh, bless his heart. He says, that makes perfect sense. There's no other reason to be worried about that. Unless it's not going to happen. And we know it's going to happen. So this is great, Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank, Al-Baiji. Now, you may not know who this guy is, but he's a good guy. And he's in Parliament, but he's not a rhino. And he comes on television, and you've seen many of his articles. We have many of his articles in the final article thread. And he says, "Hey, another thing. What? Baiji, he's on our TV channel News One. He's saying that the exchange rate must be raised for the fairness of our people who have suffered, and this cannot last long." Speed it up, man. And this cannot last long as is now current rate. This is, I think he means this is a duty of Parliament committee. No, Eddie, absolutely not. But Parliament is running for a political re-election. So everybody, the good guys and the bad guys, come out and they say, what do they say, Eddie? What did he just tell you on your channel 1? Oh, shoot, we just froze. Okay, oh, it froze on my side, not over there?
No.
You froze? No. So we got 1 froze out of 3. I guess I won't worry about it. Family, can y'all hear me? Can you? We're still here. Okay, good. So whatever happened.
Just pull your page down a little bit. No.
The middle?
Brush it. No.
You do that. Not that it's important. So did you catch that? His name is Al-Baji. It's A-L, okay, A-L. The second word is spelled, well, here. Got it? Can you see it? So write that down. So this guy comes out and he starts it again. I mean, it actually happened Monday night. And then Tuesday, all day, all these guys are coming on Iraqi television saying, hey, we need to raise the value of our currency. Yeah, it's just not fair. You guys lowered it. You got to raise it now. You understand? Citizens, huh? You know, right? Yeah. Capisci italiano. No. Oh, wrong country. I'm sorry. Well, whatever it is. Okay. For votes. Hypocritical liars. You don't think that the citizens of Iraq, you don't think that the citizens of the United States of America can smell caca? Comes out of your mouth? So, wow. To which then I reply, look at, I said, oh no, I thought that was a long one. You'll see a long one later. So, anyways, I said, first of all, okay, dude, you know, there it is right there, and I'll show you very quickly. I said, okay. You ready? Okay. Listen to me. Listen. Linda, listen, honey, listen to me. Okay, listen to me. Listen. Here's what happened. Okay. First of all, Eddie, Parliament committee has nothing to do with the monetary reform that the CBI is doing a masterful job on right now. They are the ones with full authority. That's why they are now going to come out very soon and talk to you. What this guy is doing is nothing more but a political stance, but it is positive because he's reigniting the idea that you're going to have a new exchange rate. And second of all, Eddie, notice how they are talking about the exchange rate again, almost exactly when we told you that they would by the end of this week. Everyone knows that Iraq is about to go up in value. It's that simple. Okay, thanks, Frank. I'm sending it over to him. So now, alrighty. So far, what a powerful 24 hours, huh? From Monday into Tuesday night. Oh my goodness. All right, now, here we go. Still, now let's finish up Tuesday late at night. It's 10:57 p.m. Hey, Mr. Frank, the news, our channel 1, is saying that Iraq progressing towards membership with the WTO. And they said that hopefully before the end of 2021, this could be finalized. I said many things converging into one event, the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar. Today. So now we start with today. And today is starting at 10:29 in the morning. Here we go. Because Monday night and Tuesday night were just amazing. Check this out. Eddie says that the television is now showing on the news the meeting. The one that we wanted to know about? Yeah. Okay. He says that they're showing the meeting with several big wheels today in the government discussing the amendment to the national oil law for the economic and financial reforms and to restructure them to fit the white papers. This is on Baghdad 1 News. Do you understand what I just read to you? Here, enjoy it. Read it. So that's why a lot of these articles that we have, they're great, especially the ones we put in the final article thread, because we take out, we separate the wheat from the chaff, the good from the bad articles. But you also, the good articles we give you in final article thread still don't give you enough, in my opinion. So I give you this Wednesday night UB2B to tell you. Frank Eddy says that on their television news they're showing the meeting with the several big wheels today, the one with the IMF and the CBI in the government discussing the amendment to the national oil law. Let me see, what did we talk about today? 7 different points. Yes, and that was one of them. Discussing the amendment to the national oil law for the. Why are they amending the national oil law? Because they now have a law. Yeah. They now own their own oil. Yeah. And therefore, that means ergo that they can take a percentage of that because they own it. Yeah. The HCL. Yeah, this is huge, family. So the big wheels today in the government discussing the amendment to the national oil law for the economic and financial reforms. And to restructure them to fit the white papers. This is is on this is on Baghdad One Channel News, man. This is what they say to us. Can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Yeah. Good. It gets better. Look, I'm going to finish in 14 minutes, whether I'm done or not. I'm going to leave at 8 o'clock. It gets better. Here we go. Frank, there's more. Really? What else is he saying on television? No, it's not television. What is it then? It's Eddie's bank friend. Really? What's the report on Eddie's bank friend? Because you see, I told Eddie, go to the bank. Go to the freaking bank every day. But I don't want to go and bother. Go to the bank every day. But I don't want to ask him. You don't have to ask, Eddie. Go to the bank every day. Why, Mr. Frank? They want to tell you something. They want to show you something. Hey, yeah, there's more, and it turns out that it's Eddie's bank friend. Really? What did he say? Eddie's bank friend said that this being what Kazemi said about the white papers, how they're calculating and the national oil law and all that, okay? All the calculations, all the amendments that they're doing in the white papers that they're soon about to bring out. Eddie's bank friend says, this action, this has officially begun with the announcement by Kazemi, about the reforms. The reforms have started. They've started to fit it into the white papers, and they're saying that this is very, very, very good. Hey, Tink.
Yes.
Remember that one that was unusual? Will you grab that for me? Look, here. Let me show you. This guy is not only a joke, he's a real drama queen. Jeannie Almendinger. Well, a drama queen. I am dramatic. And the reason why is to teach. It's my style. When I was in high school and grade school, and I went to many schools in many countries, and they bored me to death. And they didn't care for me. They didn't care about me one bit. But they bored me to death. I had to learn my education on my own, basically. I read more books than they could ever give me. They just wouldn't explain things. Here, read this, and that's it. Exam next Friday. Okay. It's very rare to find a teacher with the love to educate nowadays. And it's not the teacher's fault. It's the pressure that's put on the teachers. So it turns out that Eddie's friend saw very clearly what Kazemi was saying. The damn TVs were in the banks. So when Eddie goes into the bank, this bank friend says, "Hey, come. Did you see that? Yeah. Do you understand what this means?" What? This has caused officially to be the beginning of the announcement by Kazemi about the reforms that they have started to fit into the white papers. They're saying this. You understand? They're saying this is very, 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 very bueno, very good-o. Some lady just called me a drama queen. Tink.
I saw.
While you were outside. That's okay. God bless her. Bless her heart. Obviously, she has no knowledge of what we're sharing with you, huh? 1.3 hundred people are with us right now. I guess one bad one ain't too bad. So I say to him, "Are you kidding me? If this is really what his bank friend told him, indeed, this is very, very, very good news. Very, very, very good news. Because they are about to show the new exchange rate for all of these things to even work. And when I read that to Walking Stick, he said, blankety blank, yeah. ain't blankety blank caca gonna work? Ain't nothing gonna work. That's why they're recalculating. That's why they're implementing it, and that's why they're doing the HCO, and that's why they got their own oil, their own company, they own everything. Yeah, indeed, this is very, 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 very good, because they are about to show the new exchange rate, for all of these things. This is what I expressed to him. Then he follows up. He says, Eddie says that they talk about amending the national oil law to fit the white papers. They say this is very vital to the reforms. This is very vital to the reforms. It's a big discussion on TV news right now. Also, please tell Mr. Frank, Kazimi's on TV One channel right now saying, and he tells me the channels so that I can go and watch it myself. Please tell Mr. Frank on TV they're saying Iraq is addressing corruption and making the atmosphere suitable for the reforms that we are now launching. Can you say near proximal future just one more time with me? Could you be with me and not against me? Just one more time with me? You can call me a drama queen, but will you take our conference call to God in prayer and give him thanks? Not me. Kazemi and the CBI are telling the citizens we're bringing out the reforms like we promised you. And they told them that our oil is now ours. It's a national oil law, and we're amending it into the white paper so that you guys can get your HCO. And the new exchange rate is in there, and you're going to get everything we promised you, all the reforms. You're going to have jobs coming out of your caboose. And then he comes out. Look at right there. Tell Mr. Frank that, please. Okay, tell please, to make sure that Mr. Frank knows that Kazemi is on TV and he's saying that Iraq is addressing corruption and making the atmosphere suitable for the reforms that we are now launching. To which I there's more. Okay, then he says, also tell Mr. Frank, Kazemi is talking about having the appropriate atmosphere to support the economic and financial reforms that are coming in the white papers. And then the rest I can't read to you. This sure is damn good. I'll read it one more time and you can fill it in your opinion. Also tell Mr. Frank, Kazemi is talking about having the appropriate atmosphere to support the economic and financial reforms that are coming in the white papers on, and whatever else they said. Here, I'll get it down to just that last line, right, or you can just see the word white. Ooh, excuse me, no, get away. Yeah, right, this is the paragraph that I just read to you right there. But I don't want to read any more of it because I'm not. It's not for me. It's not for me. Oh, also, fine. So, anyways, let me read to you. Look, you see all that blue? That's a lot of blue. Let me read to you what I said to him about what I just read to you. First of all, notice that he said the word reforms, not the word reform. Second of all, notice that he is supporting 100% both the reforms, which include both the economic and financial reforms through the white paper projects. These are the words from Kazemi to you. And Kazemi, along with the CBI, are about to explain to you, Eddie, the Iraqi citizens, how all of this is going to come together with a new exchange rate and a new currency that you are about to receive. Kazemi is even trying to tell you that even Iran is going to Oh, it's not. I'm sorry. Kazemi is even trying to tell you that, oh, I'm sorry, I read it wrong, that not even Iran is going to interfere any longer. They will be present. They will be a bunch of cockroaches, but they will be easier to step on and remove from now on inside of Iraq. And it's due to the laws, the security, the stability, your army. You guys have grown up. There's still more. Neil, tell Eddie, I just talked to Walking Stick, and he wanted me to make sure that Eddie understands that the white papers contain the new exchange rate. That's why everything is being adjusted and implemented with the white papers. And that's why Kazemi wants to talk to you citizens about the white papers, because they are educating you. I'll be honest. I told him I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. And then he says the following, and I'll read it all to you. I just sent what I said to him, and he said that the television is now telling him that there will be a special report on television this coming Friday. You better write this down. You better write this down, family. I just sent it to him, and he is saying that the television has just announced that there will be a special report on their television Friday by Kazemi about the national white paper reforms. All questions to be answered, all questions will be addressed. Yeah. And they will all be answered by Kazemi and members of the CBI. And maybe some parliamentary people. Yeah, they're talking about Chalet. But there it is. Now, I don't know if they're going to show and tell them, you see the new exchange rate in the white papers? Or maybe they're just going to tell them, look, this is the 3 steps of the next 5 years for the white papers, okay? Now, the exchange rate, well, you'll see it in a minute. But understand what's going on here, okay? Because none of this can work at the program sanctioned rate. You would literally have to be a slug crawling on the ocean floor not to be able to understand the simplicity of what's happening with the Iraqi dinar right now. And Kazemi and the CBI, the only two that we pay attention to, they're gonna this Friday. Oh, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be big. I'm gonna watch every second of it. We got our translators. All questions are going to be addressed, and all of them will be answered by Kazemi. Did I show this to you already? I don't know if I did. And hold on, there's one more. And Kazemi is also saying to us, Frank, that this is for the massive changes. There's our word. And Kazemi is saying that this is for the massive changes coming related to the reforms in the white papers. Oh, man, praise God. Okay, first of all, let me get you up to this far. Hey, it's 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. I'm supposed to leave. And there is the bottom part as well, too. And I say to him, this is massive. This is massive. And I told you that there would be a massive campaign. Do you understand now the keywords, Eddie? Look for the next keywords that we gave you. This is the massive campaign of education for you Iraqi citizens on your reforms. On your reforms. And like I keep telling you, Eddie, you cannot have the economic reform without the monetary reform established and calculated. That's what was called the RV, the revaluation of your currency. You are now walking into the reinstatement, the RI, which will take you into an international market that will add more value to your currency on an international scale, eventually leading you to a basket of currency as they keep the IQD on par with the American dollar internally in your country. That's why the CBI told the money exchangers today. That's why the CBI told the money exchangers today, use the mechanism we gave you to prevent money laundering and the stealing of our current currency from our borders. They are protecting their national sovereign currency. And trust me, Eddie, not because he said of a program sanction rate, but because it's about to lead not only the Middle East, but the financial world as well. Your currency is the linchpin to many things. This has been the goal for the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. I told you last week, Eddie, that the IMF and the CBI meeting was huge. And this is why I've been dying to hear the report, and thank you for telling me about Friday. It's going to have a lot of representatives from around the world preparing to talk to you this Friday. Iraqi citizens to talk to you this Friday, Iraqi citizens, on Friday, because Kazemi and the CBI, the only two that we told you to pay attention to, are now ready to talk to you about your reforms and this powerful meeting that just occurred. Eddie, your bank friend knows, like he told you, that the white papers are the start of the reforms. And he knows, in my opinion, Eddie, that the new exchange rate is in those white papers. That's why he said to you, this is very, very, very big. I like things in threes. Here, let me just... I'll go ahead and share it all with you. It's pretty long. I do it fast because if you watch the UB2B again, you just pause and you can read it. I just heard somebody say, "Well, that's a good idea." Yeah, it is. and this is the ending where I said, and I like things in threes. Anyways, there is more from Eddie's report, but it's already 5 after, and I told you I was going to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, it's beautiful. It's extremely beautiful. And the interesting thing is that there is a change. The colors will be the same, but there is a change coming. There is a change coming. What you received tonight was very important. What you learned tonight is about a change that's coming. God bless you all. Thank you kindly for being with us tonight. If something happens on Friday, you know I'll be with you. But the problem is that I'm going to spend many hours with my doctor on Friday. Yes, we make plans now for a major operation for me. I appreciate your prayers and know that my wife and I pray for you, family. So, if something does happen, I will try to be with you on Friday or Saturday. The plans for my operation will be done Friday, which means that it's probably about a month away, anywhere from, let's say, 3 weeks to 4 weeks away by the time they schedule it. And then my recovery period is going to be many, many months. Many months. But if you remember 16 months ago, when I came home from being operated from that big tumor, when I came home, I did a UB-2B from my bed. I surrounded myself with pillows and I still talk to you. I'll do that. I'll do that. But if nothing does happen, then I'll see you next Monday on our regular Monday UB-2B. Thank you kindly for being with us. God bless you all. It's pretty good, isn't it? All the little details, all the minutia is in the white papers. Because the white papers are both the economic and financial reforms. Love you. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye. Aloha.